So I wanted to do a little bit to help you out with your skill drills for this time around, and divisibility rules for the numbers 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 9 are on the back of your skill drill sheet. The first one is the number 114. So you should know that the number, anything that's even, such as the number 4 or 114, is divisible by 2, right? I don't want to equal. I'm just going to put a dash. Okay, so it's even, it's divisible by 2. Then you look on the back of your sheet and it tells you that if you add the numbers, add your digits, it will, and it's divisible by 3, then your number is divisible by 3. So 1 plus 1 plus 4 gives us 6. So, so since 6 is divisible by 3, we know that 114 is divisible by 3. The rule for 4 is that the last 2 digits have to be divisible by 4. And 14 is not divisible by 4. So it is not divisible by 4. The rule for 5 is that it has to end in a 0 or a 5. In this case, it is not divisible by 5 because it is not ending in a 0 or a 5. For 6, it has to be divisible by a 2 and a 3, and it is. So in this case, it is divisible by 6. And then for 9, again, we look at the sum of our numbers. It has to be divisible by, the 6 would have to be divisible by 9. Well, again, we look at 1 plus 1 plus 6, plus 4, and in this case, we get 6 still. If I divide that by 9, it does not work out in this case, because I would get 2/3, right? So it is not going to be divisible by 9. Here we got a 2, so that worked. Okay, so that's how that works out. All right, so now for the next thing, we are given the task of finding a number that is divisible by, well, first we're given the task of finding greatest common factor. So let's take the numbers. The first one is 16. Well, let's do the second one, 48 and 84. Now I look at that and I can see that those are both divisible by 12 because I know my 12 tables. You might not look at that and see that. So if those are our numbers, let's do what I call the magic box. And I know that some of your 6th grade teachers, one of them taught it, one did not. But anyway, I look at that. It's kind of an inverted division box, division symbol. And I'm going to look at this and I say, okay, I know both of those are divisible by 2. Let's say that that's the best I can come up with looking at these. So I'm going to divide 48 by 2 and I get 24. I divide 84 by 2 and I get 42. And I look at this and I still am saying, I don't know what. I know they're both even, so I can still divide them by 2. So I divide again by 2 and I get 12 and I get 21. And now I look at this and I think, I can divide both of those by 3. So I'm going to divide and I get 4 and I get 7. So now, to find my greatest common factor, I am going to take these numbers, 2 times 2 times 3, to find my GCF. And I get 12. Okay? Now here's where the fun still can happen. To find my LCM, now you don't have to do this on this problem, but we're going to anyway because I've already done the work and it gets you to the LCM. Notice that I have made an L with all the numbers that I have, all my factors here. Okay, so to find my LCM, I take all my numbers and I multiply them together. Now I've already done the hard work of multiplying, not hard work, but my work of multiplying these numbers here when I've gotten a 12. And I multiply that times my 4 and my 7. And this is not one you will actually have to do, but when you multiply this out, you get 336, which would be your LCM, your least common multiple. So hopefully this helped you in finding your stuff that you need for your skill drills this week. And I hope you enjoyed it and will make use of it. If you have questions, please bring them to me on your time. Thanks. Bye.